What is up, YouTube? Today we have a very special video. Top 5 Christmas promos of all time. Been playing Ultimate Team since Madden 12, so I've been around the block. Wasn't here from exactly the very beginning, but I've seen a few Christmas promos. Really, they're usually some of the best content we get all year when it comes to any Madden. Hopefully, Madden 22 can live up to some of these great years. Of course, these are my opinions. Make sure you put down in your comments your favorite Madden Christmas promo of all time. Give me a reason why. As well, I'm using an assortment of old YouTube clips from old school YouTubers pretty much that fortunately don't upload anymore, but I'll put all the links to the videos in the description, so if you guys want to watch and actually reminisce, watch multiple videos, the links will be in the description. So without further ado, let's hop into number 5. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Madden 12 Ultimate Team. My first Madden, the first Madden that had basically a Christmas promo. It was also the first Madden we saw Ghost of Madden Pass, one of the more popular basically types of cards we see every year in Madden. Now, they weren't actually legends back in Madden 12. They were current day cards flashed back to a certain Madden where they were 99 rated. So it wasn't like Barry Sanders, Walter Payton. It saw cards like Randy Moss was still playing. So Randy Moss, Champ Bailey, Asante Samuel, Brian Dawkins. These cards were some of the best cards in the game dropped at the time. The content structure really was very simple. It was a very simple game, Madden 12. The content structure, very simple. 32 cards released in pairs of 2 every 24 hours for a course of 16 days. As well, on top of that, each card had a numbered card to 10, where they'd be kind of a wrinkly version of the card art on the card. Now, it wasn't really a special card. It had a +1 stat, and that was it. It was more just a really rare card that was very unique if you were able to pretty much pack them. As well, back in Madden 12, now I'm going to talk pretty much about Madden 12 Ultimate Team as a whole, because back then, man, it was 2011. I didn't even have a phone back then, so there wasn't tweets pretty much announcing each card every day. So you would come home from school, basically log on and just rip gold premium packs. And if you pulled one of the new Ghost of Madden Pass, it was very, very special. It was awesome, man. It was, in my opinion, it's still the best Madden Ultimate Team because, and this was kind of a unique part of Madden 12, there was a capped auction house. What do I mean by capped auction house? Pretty much you can only list cards that were 99 overall or had a value of 100,000 coins. You'll see on the back of the card, from 100,000 coins to 300,000 coins. Now, cards in this game went for multiple millions of coins, and they were not on the auction house. So the only way you could actually get certain cards, or any card really, was you had to pull it from packs, or you had to trade for it. This was when the trade block was actually probably the most popular feature in Madden 12. This is where when you hear YouTubers talk about the trade block, this is actually what it was meant for, because you couldn't just go out and buy whatever card you wanted. You would pretty much have to, if you pulled a card, let's say you pulled Olin Kreutz right here. He went for about, back in the day, he probably went for about 700K to 1 million. You would basically have to, the best way I could put this, if you ever in a fantasy football league and you're in a group chat and you're basically asking for trades in a group chat, you're like, hey, I got a running back, I'm looking for a wide receiver. I got 2 wide receivers, I'm looking for an upgraded running back. You would hop in a party with your friends, or you go on the EA forums, and you pretty much would ask to trade cards, because you couldn't necessarily just buy whatever card you want. So it would really be like every day your Madden 12, like there was no solo challenges, there was no head-to-head. So all you would do every day in Madden 12, you'd hop on, you'd open packs, and you would look to basically just finesse and trade cards up to a certain card that you actually wanted. The whole lifestyle of Madden 12 just utterly completely different. It was the most unique Madden to this date. We'll never see another Madden like this, because there was a lot of complaints about the capped auction house, and I kind of understand that, but man, it made this for some fun at times with your friends and trading cards back and forth. By the way, this Champ Bailey was one of the top 5 most expensive cards in the game. It was worth 15 mil plus at the time. All cards, it was really easy to get coins in this game. All cards, really, pretty much every Ghost went for at least 300,000. Most went for upwards of 1 million coins. But man, some of my favorite cards, you got Randy Moss, LT, Peyton Manning, the offensive lineman, the right tackle. There was like no 99 right tackles in the game in Madden 12 up until this point. He was super expensive, but like Champ Bailey, Asante Samuel, these cards were amazing, man. I wish we could get this type of content in Madden to this day. But that's gonna be number 5, Madden 12 Ultimate Team, my favorite Madden. Let's move on to number 4. At number 4 is going to be Madden 17 Ultimate Team. Of course, GOAT, Prime MMG in the background. Madden 17 Ultimate Team, though, a very solid content structure. This is the kind of, I wouldn't say first year, but we got basically a month-long promo of Christmas content starting in early December, running all the way to mid-January, but like early January. But Madden 17 Ultimate Team, this is probably the toughest kind of ranking I had to do. I didn't know if this was actually going to make the list, but Madden 17 Ultimate Team, of course, started with your Ghost of Madden Future, Present, and Past. There's some funny trolls of Ghost of Madden Future you'll see throughout all these videos. The first one is going to be right here, Jared Goff, Ghost of Madden Future. very ironic there. But Madden 17 Ultimate Team, it was probably the height of the Madden community, the peak of Madden Ultimate Team culture. Started out though, like all promos do, with kind of part 1, and then you got part 2, and then you got part 3. Part 1, you know, your very normal content, your Ghost of Madden, as well as you had presents. Now, this is the one thing that kind of held back Madden 17 Ultimate Team for me, was the present rewards were just a little bit underwhelming compared to years past. Now, the most fun probably Madden in terms of guessing what were in the presents, because they always used to leave clues. Now, I don't know if you guys used to play Madden back in the day, but Madden nowadays, like the last couple of years, the gifts just have no clues. There's no suspense. There's no fun in basically kind of deciphering what's in the gifts. Back in the prime Madden days, Madden 17, there would be little clues, and you have a whole community basically trying to figure out what were the best gifts. Now, the best gifts in Madden 17 were the likes of this Dallas card, Ghost of Madden Pass. You had a LaShawn McCoy and a Motivators pack. Those are probably the top 3 gifts in Madden 17. But this was the big thing. This was kind of the start of what I think Madden 17, what made this promo really great. And this was the first time we got actually like midnight content on Christmas. By the way, I think this is the only time we got midnight content on Christmas. The return of Brett Favre, his debut or his return to Madden since Madden 11. It was a huge deal within Madden. They hyped it. There was suspense all week that he was returning to the game. Got leaked the day before, but when it dropped, man, it was still a surprise that it dropped at midnight. So it was awesome. You had Antonio Freeland, Sterling Sharp, kind of a mini content drop inside the promo. Of course, Brett Favre was insanely pricey. I don't believe I ever got him on my team, but what I did get, and what kind of made this Madden 17 Ultimate Team Christmas promo one of my favorites, one of the biggest glitches in Madden Ultimate Team history, it was a Christmas Day miracle. So how it basically happened was, the only way you actually could be involved in this glitch, you had to have been logged in at Madden at midnight when the Brett Favre content dropped. Because you used to get, and we still get to this day, kind of those starter packs where you get like a mini Brett Favre and a collectible. Now, that collectible that they gave you was an Ultimate Freeze collectible, and that's what you used to pretty much get Ghost of Madden Pass packs, get this Randy Moss. It basically would take 500 collectibles to get Randy Moss. Now, the glitch was when you logged on the next morning, Christmas morning, there was a glitch where if you were on previous day, you would log in and pretty much get unlimited of the starter packs over and over and over and over again for about an hour and a half. You would just basically log into Madden, get a collectible, log back out, log back in, log back out, log back in. You had to be on pretty much during it was like from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to like 8. It ran for like an hour at most. I was able to get 2 Randy Mosses at the time. They went for like 1 million coins. Of course, they crashed down to 500k, but it was basically a Christmas Day miracle what happened with Madden 17 Ultimate Team. It made for a great day, if I'm gonna be honest. I got basically a free 1 million coins, but that is gonna be Madden 17 Ultimate Team at number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Moving on to number 3, it might be the most controversial ranking on this list because a lot of people, a lot of vets might put this at number 1, might put this at number 2, but I'll talk about why it's kind of only at 3 for me, and that is Madden 15 Ultimate Team. And it's why it's only at 3 is because the entire promo was predicated only around gifts. So there was any ghost pretty much or ultimate freeze around the gifts portion of this content, this would have been number 1 probably without a doubt, easy, because the gifts were the greatest gifts of all time. The greatest gift of all time was in Madden 15 Ultimate Team, but the promo really, if I could give kind of a general kind of vibe of what kind of went down, basically think of it more like Blitz, where the market crashed on like a bunch of not new content but other cards. Like you had your flashbacks, your team of the weeks, your legends, everything in the kind of whole scheme of Madden 15 just tanked in price because of the gifts and the packs that were released. But there were limited time gifts as seen by Toke pulling one on stream. But again, like Madden 17, there was a lot of clues, and the suspense and the hype built around gifts was at an all-time high, as well as gifts you couldn't sell on the market. So the only way you could basically get a certain gift you wanted was either you'd pull it through a set, which required, I believe, 5 collectibles. So it's like 25k to open a random gift, or you could trade it. So there was a lot of suspense basically on like what gifts were going to be good, what gifts were going to be bad, and you would kind of trade and like put all your eggs in one basket to maybe get this certain card or this certain card. It was just an awesome time. But we'll run through some of the best gifts. Matt Forte, throwback to Madden 25. This is when we get throwback cards. They basically have a throwback card to an old Madden, like the exact same card art, stats, and everything. Walter Payton, quarterback out of position. This was the first out of position promo. That was Madden 25. And Eric Berry, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, but he got Hodgkin's lymphoma, unfortunately, basically like a month before this, and they gave him a card into the game. And as a Chiefs fan, it's really sad because he did recover from it, but he had an Achilles injury a couple of years back and hasn't really recovered. He's still in his early 30s. His prime, man, should have went so much. He was just a great all-around player. But Steven Jackson, this was my personal favorite gift in Madden 15 because I actually had it personally. Steven Jackson, I also love flashback cards. I love the flashback card art. Flashback cards in general were a lot more expensive and rare back in these Maddens. It was like they were some of the best cards in the game. Steven Jackson was a unique card. High trucking, wasn't the fastest, but he was a bowling ball number 39. A staple to the Rams kind of franchise in the mid-2000s. But the big thing about Madden 15 and what made it like just the greatest like in like the lore of Madden Ultimate Team was the 99 Bo Jackson. This was Bo Jackson's Madden debut, and it wasn't even from a limited time gift. The gift actually wasn't extremely rare. It wasn't extremely common, but it wasn't like it wasn't impossible to have a 99 Bo Jackson with a 99 speed. It was the best card in the game, the most expensive card in the game for a couple of months, I believe. But man, it pretty much like it's the greatest present or gift of all time. It will never be topped. That's why like when people talk about Bo Jackson, like this was when Bo Jackson was like the best card in the game, like the best running back in the game by like 3 or 4. Like it wasn't even close how good Bo Jackson was compared to every other card. But I'm going to scroll through a couple more different cards. Jack Lambert, Cam Chancellor. These were kind of how the new content was introduced into Madden. There wasn't no promo, right? There was solo challenge, but there was no like kind of content other than gifts. The new cards, but you can see like Team of the Week pack, Football Outsiders pack, tanked the market. It was a really fun time in Madden Ultimate Team, but that is going to be number 3, Madden 15 Ultimate Team. At number 2 is going to be one of my favorite Ultimate Teams of all time, Madden 13 Ultimate Team. This was an absolutely complete promo top to bottom, multiple weeks of content. The cards that came out were just straight bangers, but I'm going to talk about a little about Madden 13 and how the game ran so you guys can understand the significance of some of these cards. So Madden 13, the overalls were a lot higher. We'd gotten 99 overalls day 1 of Madden, so basically for a player that got their first 99 overall card, they were called a 1-star, and then if they got a second 99 overall card, they were called a 2-star, and went all the way up to, at the end of the game, there was a 99 overall 5-star edition. So when you see the stars on the card, the more stars, basically the more relevant, the better the card is. Now how the Madden 13 promo went was the first iteration of gifts or presents were introduced into Madden. Now how you got these gifts was actually through puzzle pieces that you could pack. You put them all together and you basically would get a team stadium gift, and well, there was a lot of hype and suspense of what the gifts actually were, and the first gift was actually the best one of them all, and it was a Barry Sanders 3-star that went for a ton of coins. You could see by the stats, man, amazing card. He was very glitchy in Madden 13. The gameplay in Madden 13 wasn't overall the best, but man, the content was amazing. But unfortunately, when it came to the gifts, Barry Sanders was such a W that everyone started panicking. And now the Patriots gift was suspense to be like Randy Moss, Tom Brady, and Asante Samuel, and it ended up just being a worse running back than Barry Sanders. So it was a huge dud pretty much when it came to how many coins you got back. The presents probably cost 400K to do every single one of them. So it's like Barry Sanders was like W, you made profit. Patriots present, you lost a ton of coins. The Rams one, or I don't know if he was a present, but Marshall Faulk wasn't as good as Barry Sanders. I think he was better than Curtis Martin. The Buccaneers gift was Derrick Brooks 3-star. This was a solid card, although I don't think his stats in Madden 13 were the greatest like he is now. Like every card he gets in current Maddens, his cards aren't the best. And the final 2 gifts that got released on Christmas Day were actually a little bit underwhelming. Of course, I had these gifts. Madden 13, I believe I actually wasn't available at my console on Christmas. I think I was away at my grandparents' house, like across the state. So I was like, pretty much, I finally got into phones at this point, and I was like looking on Twitter, basically trying to figure out what were the gifts, because the Chargers one was so much hype for it to be LT, and I was so excited for it to be LaDainian Tomlinson. And then it ended up just being his fullback, and it was a huge dud. And it was like damn, I had to sit there and wait days to just open up Dan Marino and Lorenzo Neal. It was a little like underwhelming, you'd say, but man, the gifts were all 99 Ghosts to Madden Pass. They were awesome cards. We also got the 2 limited time cards, Michael Vick, and these were numbered to 250, and Ed Reed. And these cards actually weren't that expensive. Michael Vick, I believe, went for like 400K. Ed Reed went for about 200,000 coins. Ed Reed didn't have the best stats. You could see only 94 speed for a 99 overall card. Wasn't the greatest. We also got just kind of Ghosts of Madden Pass, just putting the packs throughout the promo. Now, some of the Ghosts of Madden Pass were actually used for a collection we'll talk about in a little bit, but some of them weren't, and were kind of just like rare cards. By the way, Ronnie Harrison, the worst 99 card of all time. You can rewind that and look at his stats. 84 speed, 79 zone coverage, and 49 man coverage for 99 overall strong safety. Reggie White, 3-star. This was a very good, very expensive card in the game, but the two kind of best Ghost of Madden pass that we got in this drop were Champ Bailey, 1-star, and Deion Sanders, 3-star. They were easily the most expensive cards from this kind of content release. They were super... Madden 13, you gotta understand, back in Madden 13, like Madden 12, packs weren't like a terrible way to make coins. You could open packs and you wouldn't lose a lot of coins. So pack openings were like a really, sorry, hit my mic, a really popular kind of way to like play the game. So it was like you would log on every day and just kind of try to pull these Ghosts of Madden pass. And then finally, not towards the very end of the promo, probably midway through, we got this Ghost of Madden pass collection. And I love this collection personally because you got all the cards back from the set. Now, actually, some of the ghosts in this set weren't actually like new cards. Like Michael Irvin 1-star, John Elway 1-star, Shannon Sharp 1-star were actually just ghost cards. They were the same as the Legend 1-stars. They just had ghost cards. They weren't unique, but Chris Nee and Kevin Williams were brand new into the game. But of course, the rewards you got back were insane. Ray Lewis, 99 overall Ghost of Madden pass. Take a look at the stats on this card. Amazing. And the other ghost card you got back that was kind of new from the set was a Randy Moss Ghost of Madden pass from the Raiders edition, as well as, it actually didn't say in the collection, but you got all the cards back as collected, or the first Nats ever brought into Madden. So that was pretty cool, right? You could build your team up through a bunch of these 99 overalls. The set actually didn't cost that much. I think it cost like 700, 800k, and then the Ray Lewis and Randy Moss went for like 300, 400k. They weren't the most expensive cards because everyone back then, collections were like a huge thing back in Madden. So I'm gonna play this clip of an old school YouTuber, London. I'll throw his link down in the description. He fortunately doesn't upload anymore, but this was one of the most popular Madden YouTube videos maybe like ever that I watched. Pulls a Champ Bailey out of a legend pack for us at the time, going for like 500, 600k. But Madden 13 Ultimate Team, a pillar of Madden success, Madden lore. That's gonna be number 2, Madden 13 Ultimate Team. Finally, at number 1, sitting atop my power rankings, is going to be Madden 19 Ultimate Team. And the definition of Madden 19 Ultimate Team Christmas promo was content. So much content, but it started out a little bit underwhelming. We had Chad Johnson and Dick Butkus as kind of the ultimate freeze. Was the part 1 of the promos, or no, it was Zero Chill part 1. I also expect Madden 22 to probably be a little bit underwhelming. We also got some Zero Chill current players. Andrew Luck, this might have been, I think it was not the last time. Madden 20 I believe was the last time. Wait, no, Madden 19 probably was the last time. We also got out of position players, Walter Payton, Sean Taylor in the beginning of the Zero Chill and the Christmas promo in general. But really what made this promo was not necessarily, yes, the content was amazing, right? So many Ghosts of Madden Future, by the way, Sam Darnold, another troll I wanted to put in this video, but Ghost of Madden Future, Ghost of Madden Present, Ghost of Madden Past, but the abundance of ways to make coins in this promo. I personally, there was, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but there was a way pretty much where I turned snow into heavyweight packs and was able to make multiple millions. I think pretty much everybody ate during Madden 19 Christmas promo. Like, it was so easy to make profit. But looking ahead at some of the Ghost of Madden, of course, Future, Quentin Nelson definitely deserving. Ghost of Madden Present, we saw Levante David get a Ghost of Madden Present all the way back in Madden 17. He's continued to be a Ghost of Madden Present. Lane Johnson, some of the different cards basically that got put in. By the way, the content, the way the structure, how Madden 19 worked was there was original kind of set of Ghosts of Madden Future, Present, Past, where there's like, I think it was like 8 cards of each kind of tier put in, and then basically like every couple of days they would just throw like 4 to 5 more into rerolls, into packs. There were some limited time cards. Like, the content never stopped with Madden 19. Now, Madden 19 probably wasn't the best game, wasn't my most enjoyable game, not even close. I didn't really even play it that much. The gameplay wasn't that good. Content, though, was goated. I think this was the first year we had training and, like, alternate currency, like, rerolls. So it was a brand new, kind of new journey for the Madden dev team, pretty much. And they definitely messed up when it came to rerolls and ways to make coins. But Bruce Smith, DeMarcus Ware, Randy Moss, Barry Sanders, Ionis Williams. I mean, there were so many. If you had gone a previous legend early on in the game, you were definitely getting a Ghost of Madden Pass upgrade. The content never stopped. It's why it's number 1. The rerolls, I'll show a couple of rerolls in here because you could reroll for an auctionable card. You could reroll for a Nat, so you could save some coins. Eddie George, man, oh, this promo. If we could get like 25% of the amount of legends we got in Madden 19 that we get in Madden 22, would love this promo. And it doesn't stop there. On Madden, I think it was Christmas Day, so this is the second time we got Christmas Day concert or Christmas content at midnight. we got the Ghost of Madden Forever. It was a Michael Vick, Tony Gonzalez, and Champ Bailey. You could basically get one of these guys all the way up to 99 or 97 overall for free through solos, but of course you could basically get all three of them up to, I think it's 97 or 96 overall. I don't know exactly. No, it was 96 overall. You get these cards up to 96 overall for Snow, which was really cheap. It like was no cost, and these were some of the best cards in the game. I was only able to find clips of Michael Vick and Champ Bailey being powered up to 96, but again, like the solo challenges, the free content, and oh man, the gifts. CC had a video, like CC made so much off of gifts. There was like pretty much if you bought a gift with Snow, you were gonna make profit because what you got back was at least at minimum like better than what it cost to open a pack with Snow. It was CC made probably like it was like 5 to 7 mil just off of presents like in the first couple of days that they were revealed. But again, the presents back in Madden 19 weren't like they were in Madden 21 and like 22, where, well, Madden 22 was different, but Madden 20, Madden 21 were like the presents were just like rehashed packs, like Team of the Week packs, Legend packs, Redux packs. Madden 19, it was like a unique card, and that's what I want to see in Madden 22. I want presents to be unique cards and new cards, not old packs, not old cards, but new legends brought into the game through presents. Build up the hype, build up the suspense. That's really what Madden and what makes a great Madden promo, in my opinion, is where you want to log on each day and like you're excited to pretty much like get a new present, new players. There's always something to do. That's what makes the best promos. But Madden 19, the story of Madden 19 Christmas promo was just the sheer amount of content. Like every legend got an upgrade. So many current players got an upgrade. So many future cards got, like, there was just so much. There non-stop content for about 3 to 4 weeks straight. But that is gonna wrap up my power rankings, my top 5 Christmas promos of all time. Hopefully Madden 22 can live up to any of these games. Really just praying to the dev team, man, make the promo, like I want content every few days. I want the content to be like interactive, like build some suspense. I better see some presents, man. I'm uploading this video a couple hours before they reveal Zero Chill Part 1. I don't expect a lot for Zero Chill Part 1, but later on down the line, I'm expecting for Most Feared and Harvest and Blitz to be such bangers this year in Madden 22. I have really high expectations for Madden 22 Christmas promo. But that is going to be all for this video. Enjoy the content, subscribe, like, do whatever the viewers do. Video took a long time to make, but I actually really enjoyed making this video, so it wasn't really a chore to do. But that's going to be all for this video. Until the next one, peace.